guys, so I threw up some panels up there and one over there. There's gonna be some insulation that goes in there and stuff and whatever. Fuck that crap. Today we're gonna take apart the thing, the turbocharger, mask it up, prep it so I can paint it, like high heat paint, ceramic coating stuff, and tarp up the motor because I'm pretty much done. And I think that's gonna roll in tomorrow, which will be wicked because then I can start all the bodywork and the chassis modifications on that and stuff. We're doing some pretty cool stuff with it, like a tuck radiator and maybe like a low mount intercooler that's in the bay. I don't know, some random stuff like that. I'll throw this on the GoPro and we'll get to it. Top coat's done. It's ghetto as hell, but I don't really care. It just works. Decided to coat those up a little bit too because they were showing some imperfections. Now I'm gonna prep the mating surfaces and then install it. What? What the fuck? I'm pretty sure I just messed up, and I don't think the GoPro was recording. I don't know how much it recorded of what I was doing, but the turbo's on. Sorry. I might have turned it off by accident, but anyways, I'm gonna take a little break because I just got some coffee delivered. So yeah, cheers to me for being special. You're welcome, Calvin. I'm gonna take the tape off of this stuff, throw the oil drain on, and then the boost reference. I don't know, this is for a heat shield that I want to make later. I might not do that today. I might actually do that when it's in the car. We'll see what happens, but I'll button up all the lines and everything, and then probably attempt to move it and put it under a tarp in the corner. Either there or there. Alright, so that was a pain in the ass. I'm not a huge fan of this oil line setup, but so far it's the best option I got at the moment. Kind of hard to see back there, but basically what it is, it's a banjo bolt to a -4 and male, and then -4 and male to a 45-degree fitting, and then a AN line, PTFE. So the problem is, even with Loctite, it's still spun on me, and that's why you have to see me move the compressor housing and all that stuff. Down the road, I'll figure out something with a hard line and a bracket. I'm going to throw this on, throw the boost reference, throw the oil drain on. Alright, so I'm pretty much done for today. Turbo and everything is on. The lines are all done. The compressor outlet is on. The boost reference is on. Everything's basically on except for the flywheel and the tranny shield. So before I go and edit this video and then post it online and then go eat some more because I'm a fat ass, build breakdown. 3, 2, 1, go. First and foremost, we got some nice shiny pulleys. They're for a CA18 DET, but they fit as long as you have a rib belt set up. Secondly, Quest alternator upgrade. More amps, more better. Third, custom turnbuckle. Thank you to my dear friend, you know who you are, for helping me get it all sorted out. Next we have our custom radiator cap relocation. I used a port that was originally for some sort of coolant valve for idle or whatever. I don't need it. So I used that as the feed, and then a 90-degree fitting to go to the lower radiator neck, and then a stay bracket just to add some support. This is just a universal cap that I bought off eBay. Decent quality, worked well. Worked for my needs. It's pretty small too, so you could put it in line with anything you want, really. Fortunately, it doesn't look the greatest down here, but we have a oil filter sandwich plate that feeds the turbo right there. And then we also have a random Volkswagen heater hose fitting that replaces the oil separator for the PCV system. Up top, this drains back into that T-fitting, and then this will go to a catch can, and the other side of the T-fitting will also go to the catch can. If you know anything about CA20s, you'll notice that this is backwards. I thought it would be a neat idea, but honestly, I wouldn't do it again. It's not worth the time. I literally had to take the entire shaft out of the throttle body, put new seals in it, and reseal everything, and throw new grease and everything, and clean everything, because now I got it all apart, just to flip the TPS so it looks nicer. I'm a function over form kind of guy, so I wouldn't do it again. But it does look pretty cool. The CA20 normally has the gauge sensor right there, so I put in an adapter fitting, so it has the CA18 sensor up there, and the CA20 gauge sensor down there, and then the throttle body delete is right there for the coolant, and the other throttle body delete is right here for the coolant. So that way that's blocked off because I have other bypasses elsewhere. Stock injectors for now, until I get maybe 370s later, or possibly even 440s, but this isn't meant to make a lot of power. It's just meant to get the car running nice and reliably until I focus on it again after I build a couple of other projects. Started fuel pressure regulator and the stock regulator cut off of the fuel rail. Idle control delete, so emissions delete. So there's a bung for the EGR there, there's a bung for the EGR there. Like, if you guys know 80s Nissans, they're just full of emissions. It's 90% emissions, 10% motor. This is the coolant system for the turbo. So I have coolant return coming into here. This is heater core return, and this is coolant return into water pump or lower water neck. This is the coolant return line. This is the oil feed line. They wrap around and go down here and like so. And then this is actually the coolant feed, which I took from the coolant drain on the block. Vibrant makes a really cool fitting that just goes directly into there and a swivel on both ends. Now we get on to the good stuff, the turbo stuff. Stock CA18 manifold. I had a friend port it for me and delete the divider that's normally inside, so it's no longer twin scroll. The main intent is to slow the spool down so I don't make too much mid-range torque, because this is an internally stock motor and they are known to have weak rods. So as long as it's all in the higher RPM range, then the reliability should be there. The turbo is from a S13 SR20, so a T25G. This compressor outlet, I'm not sure what it's from. I got it off a marketplace ad. It was for a T25 for a C18, but I could tell right off the bat that it's not. I don't know, maybe it is for a specific model, maybe front wheel drive or something, but it's not from an SR20, it's not from an RB20, and I've never seen this on a CA18 before. So whatever it is, it works in my favor. If anybody can help me identify what it's from, that'd be cool, because I wouldn't mind stocking up on some spares. Down low we have a stock CA18 oil pan just for the turbo drain. I'm probably forgetting a couple other things, but I'm gonna end it off with the last thing that I can think of. Anybody with a CA, if you notice, the power steering is not where it's supposed to be. It's been relocated to where the AC normally goes. Very simple mod. You drill a new bolt hole here, which is approximately 10 millimeters up from the original one, and then cut the old bolt hole off. And then you drill these 1/8 bigger than factory. I only did it because it makes my intake piping a little bit simpler, and I had problems with the stock one because it was ripping through, rubbing on the power steering. It's not anything special either. It is a internally stock motor, so I'm not going to go crazy on the boost. That's it for the end of the build so far.